I'm Ingridana, and today I'm going solo camping. Let's go! Hello! I'm currently stopped in Matata. It's this lovely wee wetland spot. I'm stopped here for lunch. As you can see, my lunch has attracted a few friends, including some native New Zealand birds. This is a pukeko. They're a bit derpy, they're flightless, and their chicks are really fluffy, so they look really funny. And actually, that seagull has a black beak, or blackish anyway, so it might even be a native New Zealand seagull. Anyway, I think over there you can just see potentially the tip of White Island. Maybe. This is the beautiful highway I came down. It's a Pacific Road highway, so I headed off from Tauranga this morning, and it's a bit cloudy, overcast, but it's actually not too bad because, you know, it gets quite hot driving. Anyway, I'm gonna finish off my lunch. Just making a sandwich over there. Finish off my lunch, and then I'm planning to camp at Hicks Bay tonight. It's a campsite right on the easternmost part of the East Cape. And then I'm not an early bird, but tomorrow morning I'm planning on getting up first thing, and hopefully the weather collaborates because I'm hoping to see the first sunrise. Hey, just stopped at a wee lookout point. I can't remember what it's called, maybe Kohu Scenic Point or something. You can see I'm on the top of a mountain at the moment. Those things in New Zealand, we always put them on the top of the highest point, I don't know why. But it's quite beautiful. You might be able to hear some birds, not sure if the audio will pick it up. That over there might be White Island, I'm not entirely sure. After a mighty long drive, I finally made it to my campground. This is Te Aroha Holiday Park, very close to Hicks Bay, the East Cape. I spoke to the gentleman at the front office, and he said if I want to see the sunrise, the best thing to do would be to wake up at 5:20 and see if I can make it to the Lighthouse. Apparently there's 800 steps to walk up when there, so I guess I'll see tomorrow morning how it's looking, because I do want to see the sunrise. I'm not sure what the weather's going to be like. That's my new van! Yay! Minivan, Nissan Serena. Sorry, I got distracted. Yeah, but we'll see. 5:20 might be a bit rough, but we'll give it a go. I'm probably not going to be here necessarily ever again, or I might be, you never know, but it is quite a long drive. Anyway, there are kitchen and toilet facilities here, and even showers, which is nice. However, I think I might cook with my camping cooker. I've got to get my van set up. Sorry, it's a bit messy at the moment because I've been in Tauranga for a few days, and everything was tidy when I left, but during those few days in Tauranga, things got a bit hectic. I need to set up my bed, which is just in the back there. And then, to be honest, I think I'm just going to use my gas stove and just cook over there. It's a nice wee spot. So yeah, see you at dinner, I guess. Alrighty, so I've set up the bed in my van and I've got all my stuff out to cook. So I've got a box full of food, various things. I still haven't decided what I'm going to eat tonight. I'll have a think about that. And then a bag of overflow food that I bought today. Some fresh things as well as cup noodles, just in case I ever feel lazy, I guess. My pots and pans, my cooker. It's a Gasmate one, and it's pretty good because it has these wind protection flaps. They clip in. I'll do that in a second. It's a bit hard to do when I'm holding the camera. That goes into the gas. Got a cup. This whistling kettle that actually I got the other day just at an op shop, which I was very happy about. Literally, it was when I was in Tauranga waiting for the mechanic because I had to get the brakes pads changed on my van. And there was an op shop. I sold that for $6 and I also got a camping chair for $5. They were both things I was looking for, so I was very pleased to get them. My handy roll of cutlery and pans, a bowl and a wee plate, as well as a spanner and something to start the flame with. Show you what the inside of the van looks like now. It's pretty simple. It's just seats folded down and then there's a bed. I collected a fluffy piece of grass today that I'm hoping to dry out. At the moment it's making an awful mess, so hopefully it'll dry out and then maybe I can show it in the house. But yeah, here we go. It's just a double-sized bed, well, slightly narrower than double. It's a foam mattress, so standard kind of foam mattress, which I just cut down lengthways a little bit to fit. And then I also got a thicker foam mattress and sewed with the flat sheet that came with the sheet set cover for it, just to make up the gap where the chair seats are. I've got my clothes there for relatively easy access. On the other side I've got an extra sleeping bag should I get cold. It's rated to something like -10 degrees or something, so I should survive. As well as another few bits and bobs. And then I have to find a better way to store these things, but just sewn these curtains. I'll show you when they're set up. Hopefully they stay. They've just got magnets, magnetic tape on the side, and then you'll see on the inside of the window, hopefully, that I've just taped around the window, just to look quite neat as well, because it kind of looks like it's rubber from the window, but it's actually the magnetic tape. I haven't tried it before. This is actually going to be my first night in the van, so we'll see how well that sticks. Anyway. So I managed to finish dinner in the dark, so I didn't take any pictures, but it was really good. I also boiled my kettle, made a hot water bottle, so I'm very cozy now. Although I do have my sleeping bag out and ready to go in case I do need it. As you can see, my curtain situation didn't quite work out as planned. Oddly enough, that big curtain, it worked when I first sewed it. You'll see there's some magnets kind of at the side, strips of magnets that it was supposed to stick to, but it's just not sticking for some reason. The side curtains are doing okay. Also, it's not quite a perfect fit. And the back curtain didn't work at all. I had to literally open the boot, the back door, and put it in and just hang it, which means it's way too short. So anyway, lots to fix when I get home, I guess. Troubleshooting. The stars were really beautiful. I could see the Milky Way, which was super nice. Yeah, so eating dinner under the stars. Not much to say, really. Hopefully I'll be able to wake up in time for the sunrise tomorrow. Good night. So I woke up when it was still pitch black. Now it looks like the sun's coming up pretty quickly, so I'm just gonna walk over to the beach and watch it from there. It's a bit cloudy, but that's okay. It's still beautiful. Hopefully I can find the beach. I probably should have checked it out while it was light last night, but apparently I do need to walk through this farm area. Got my camping chair. Moon looks amazing. Last night the stars were incredible. I could see the entire Milky Way. Can't remember if I said that or not. There's still some there, but I'm not sure if my camera is picking them up now. Anyway, see you soon. Back from the beach now. It's actually gotten quite cold, I think, because the clouds are rolling in. It is meant to rain today. I'm just gonna make some tea. Well, it's actually stuffed Inca. I really love it. And normally I have cereal for breakfast, but because it's cold, I'm gonna eat my instant noodles. Yeah, so I'll sit up here. The nice thing about the gas flame is it also keeps me a bit warm. Aside from that, I'm all rugged up too. Gonna head off towards East Cape Lighthouse this morning. I think there's a giant Buhurikawa tree on the way. It's meant to be New Zealand's oldest and largest, I think, so I'll stop and see that. And I'll go to the lighthouse, then slowly make my way down to Gisborne, and then see how much time I have left on the day, see what the weather's like, and decide where to camp from there. But for now, nom nom nom. Morning! So I've just gone down the road and gone to see this. This is New Zealand's oldest or largest Buhurikawa tree. So Buhurikawa is a native New Zealand tree. It's known as the New Zealand Christmas tree because around summertime, which for us is when Christmas is, like December, it blooms these beautiful red flowers. Look what a nice spot it's in too. The sun just came out as I was turning the corner. It started raining just as I finished breakfast. I think you can see it's a bit darker in that direction that I've just come from. So I'm hoping that I might be able to avoid at least the worst of the rain. We'll see how we go. But yeah, just a brief stop to see this cool tree. I'm gonna go, don't think I can climb it or anything, but I'll go see what it feels like, I guess. Yeah, see you at the lighthouse. Made it to the lighthouse! Sit up there behind me. I don't know if you can see it. There it is. The drive here was a bit crazy. Very narrow, muddy, gravelly roads. And I literally had to not swerve because I was going slow, but go around a cow that was just sitting in the middle of the road. So if you do come here, make sure you go slowly. Anyway, parked up for now. Hopefully I remember to lock the car. I'll just double check. And I'm gonna walk up to the lighthouse. Looks like it's gonna be a nice walk. Sun's shining again, which is good, but I do have my raincoat on. And it's meant to be 800 steps. So we'll see how tired I am on the way up. See you soon. Finally made it to the top! Here's the lighthouse! Woohoo! The view behind me. There's even a COVID scanner, so I'm gonna sign in now. Basically in New Zealand, we've done a really good job at avoiding coronavirus. In fact, all our community cases are quarantined at the border, so they don't even get into the community, which means that we've effectively been able to live this whole year basically as normal, which is great. The only thing we haven't been able to do is, of course, travel overseas, but later this month we're finally going to open up a quarantine-free travel bubble with Australia. So that's exciting. Get some Australian tourists, I imagine. So this is the easternmost point of New Zealand that I'm currently at, not including islands that are part of the greater realm of New Zealand. Oh, and that island. I guess this is the easternmost mainland part of New Zealand. That weird structure marks the top. Apparently this lighthouse first operated in, I think it was 1900. You can't go up it anymore. They've closed it. But yeah, it was quite a nice wee walk up. 800 steps. It actually went way faster than I thought it would. It goes through private land, so obviously be courteous. They did a very nice job. And yeah, definitely worth it for this amazing view. Right, after this I'll be driving down towards Gisborne. Might stop on the way, probably around lunchtime. Well, actually I don't think Gisborne's too far, so we'll see how we do. But I want to take in all the scenery, enjoy myself. So yeah, see you at the next stop. Made it it to my home for the night. The East Woodhill Arboretum. It's New Zealand's national arboretum. It houses the largest collection of trees anywhere in New Zealand apparently. And wow, it's beautiful. Boy, did I come at a good time. It's autumn wonderland at the moment. Yellow, beautiful orange fallen leaves. I was really lucky because I'm not self-contained. As in my vehicle isn't self-contained. That's a classification we use here in New Zealand as to who's allowed to freedom camp and not. To be self-contained you need a vehicle that you can sleep in, which I have, but it also has to have a onboard toilet, cooking facilities, a sink, a few other things it has to meet, and you need to get it certified that it's all okay. I don't have that. I just got my van, so all I've got is a bed. But luckily they have a toilet that they don't lock up apparently. And since I have my own gas cooker and a bed that I can sleep in the van, they let me stay, which is great because I would have been gutted if I couldn't. It's so lovely. And I did not want to drive back to Gisborne and try to find some silly, probably holiday park. It was only $10 too, which was amazing. Entry to the Arboretum does cost a little, it's $15. But from the brief glimpse I've had so far, I think it's well worth it. Anyway, I think the sun's slowly starting to dip. I was hoping to be able to film the sunset since I watched the sunrise this morning, but I don't think I'll be able to since there's all these lovely trees in the way. Not that I'm complaining at all, but I think I'll get my cooking stuff ready so that I don't have the same problem as yesterday to decide what to eat. Luckily there's a wee picnic table right next to where I parked. The car park is slightly on a slope, so I think I will be sleeping on a slope tonight, but honestly, for this view, it's worth it. Morning! So I've actually been up since 6 a.m. this morning, and I went for a wee wander at that time, but it was very cold. Even right now, it's only 10 degrees apparently, and according to Met Service, which is New Zealand's main, I guess, weather forecasting website, it feels like 9 degrees, so it's a bit chilly. But it's very beautiful. I just spoke with a gentleman who's, well, a photographer, I guess. He showed me some amazing pictures he took. Apparently just over the valley, the fog's still there. It was very dense this morning. So we'll go check it out. I do have a map with me. It's all folded up at the moment. But I think if I do end up following a track, I'll first do the yellow track. You can see there everything's signposted, and that should take me around the majority of the park.
It was at this point that I went for my walk through dappled light and autumn leaves. I didn't end up sticking to any particular track, just followed where my whims took me. As I walked up to the highest point in the park, a small waka waka, fantail bird, flitted and followed me all the way up the hill. The view opened up before me, and I was so happy to have been able to stay in this beautiful place. Yesterday I saw the first light, and this morning I saw the autumn light, and seeing the varied landscapes even just along the small stretch of New Zealand made me so happy to have driven down here, to the East Cape, one of the less visited corners of New Zealand. I hope you too, when the world opens up again, will consider visiting here, this place where the land meets the sea and the sun.